So now we're going to take this concept of blocking movement and just show you how it can actually fan out into whatever you want it to be. So blocking movement by utilizing the anatomical shape, we know establish this vertical forearm. Why do we care about a vertical forearm? Well, in terms of application of force, imagine I had a piece of wood just like this wood right here, and I had a nail and a hammer. I want to make sure I hit that nail right on the head so it's vertical and that application of force is as effective and efficient as it can be. What happens if I hit that nail off to the side? Well, that nail actually starts to bend. It may make it all the way down into the piece of wood, but the final product is actually not as good and not as long lasting. So we're looking for longevity in terms of functional movement. And in terms of blocking movement for progression, we're looking for that efficiency, the effectiveness of the movement applied to whatever it is we want to create. So once we have that push-up, notice that working with your fingers facing back is actually not how you would probably ride your bike or drive your car or type on your keyboard. This looks like I'm tickling someone in a very weird way. So don't be a creeper. Now, check this out. Hands go palms down. That's where I type, that's where I ride my bike, that's kind of where I run. But how do we apply this to pushing? Well, very simple. I take that hand position that I had from my anatomical position, I flip the fingers forward. What happens when I flip the fingers and the hands forward? Well, now I have more degrees of freedom and I'm going to want to tend to gravitate towards my old habits. But if I can just stay focused and think about where the shoulder was traveling, then I'll be golden. Remember, it wasn't elbow back, it was forward. That's what I was feeling when I was working with my hand flipped back. So we need to start focusing on that. And remember, it was not out to the side, it was in towards the body, close to the body. But now we need to take it to the next level. Not just a push up here, we want to go a little bit wider. Can I still keep that elbow on top of the wrist? I want to go a little bit wider. Can I still keep that elbow on top of the wrist? Well, it gets to the point where you can't because you go so far out that the elbow actually can't reach that wrist position. We can't keep that vertical forearm. Is that a problem? No, that's just the evolution of where we're going. So think about this. Your push-up as you go out to the side is doing a couple things. One, the hands are naturally turning out and eventually will end up right here, palms facing forward. Happens to be my same anatomical position. What else is happening? As I go out to the side and my hands break the point where I can no longer keep the elbow on top of the wrist, now the elbow becomes the prime mover. Why should I care about doing push-ups like this? Well, if you're doing any kind of Olympic weightlifting, that push and that angle is needed. We need that punch through the elbow. It also mimics certain throwing positions that we go through, and that's something that we will talk about down the line. But you need to have control and understanding of all these different ranges as I push away from the midline with a push-up.